Hello, beautiful. Welcome to this 25-minute gentle yoga practice for body love. I'm so happy you're here. Make sure that you have something comfortable to wear. I'm wearing this because it's easiest for me to move. This 25-minute practice is both for the physical anatomy that you inhabit, as well as the energetic one that resides in the heart and how you feel both in body and spirit and in emotion. So, asking the question, what can I be comfortable to practice in, is actually potentially a deep one. You know, if you work outside of the home, we often have to wear clothing that constricts and binds. Or similarly, we feel compelled to either look good or look sloppy, whatever. Do something that feels comfortable for you. And I'm going to start sitting because I want to encourage this practice since it is a gentle yoga practice. Those of you who actually know me know that I'm a deep lover of hot, sweaty vinyasa. But this practice is about loving your body. And for that, we need to go tenderly and slowly. So, whatever you need to do now to be comfortable, you can stand, you can lie down, or you can sit. Let your eyes softly rest, either with eyes open or closed, but let that connection to the mind start to still. And then notice you are breathing. Yoga is the practice to move and connect to breath, which is the expression of that anatomy of both body and spirit. So notice that you're breathing. Notice your body already has you in an experience of love. And enter that stream now by enjoying your next inhale to fill you deeply. Just going to move this. So inhale down into the belly, expand into the ribs and the back. And when you get there and if you've already released and you're starting another breath, great. This is an opportunity first to go belly down, up. So as you find the ribs, now reach up and breathe up into your collarbones. But I never really understood my collarbones. I couldn't feel them separate, but I can feel, as I invite you to feel your chest rise or expand, like you're breathing actually into your heart. So let's do that now together. Let go of all your breath. Exhale deeply. And now inhale down through the belly. Feel into the back. Now feel the waist and the ribs expand. And then breathe all the way so you feel your heart lift up into your armpits. Maybe hold at the top. And then let it out however is comfortable. Ah, there you go. Again, like that, let's inhale just one more time together, breathing down into the belly, back, side waist, ribs, chest, up into the upper chest, armpits, heart, top of the lung. Hold for a moment, hold. And then can you let it go long and easy? Ah, maybe make some sound that helps stimulate that vagal nerve, that connection to your parasympathetic nervous system that says everything's okay. Good. Keep your feet now flat on the ground. If you're standing, just come to a nice full extension of your lift. If you're lying down, bend your knees, bring your feet to the earth. Let's reach our fingertips down by our side. Start to feel that beautiful weight of gravity pressing down the top of the shoulders, making space between the tops of the shoulders and the ears, and then reach your hands out to the side. Start to lengthen now as if you were wanting to go to the opposite sides of the world. I love this exercise. It not only ignites the energetic heart opening, it also actually has a connection to the lymphatic system under the armpits, through the chest, into the fascia, and wakes us up. So take a big lengthening stretch and then inhale. Keep that space as you reach your arms up all the way. Bring your palms together and then reach out to the side, but push the sides of the world away, out and away. Good. Just do that one more time. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Make some space between your ribs and your waist. Exhale, press the world away. Keep the space in your upper body, and this lets your arms relax like wings onto your legs or onto the earth or by your side. Rest. Yeah, there you go. If you're sitting, I'm going to invite you to stand because what we're doing today is we're actually moving into a practice to be very interested in how you feel, to love your body, about what part of your body needs attention. So we're just going to go through now. We're going to walk our way through just in about 15 minutes hello, the span of the body. And then you get to linger. You can pause the video, you can come back and do it again. But just come along for the ride now for these brief minutes together as we press down through the feet, let the fingertips reach to the earth, shoulders away from ears, top of the head, all the way up to the sky. Let's reach those arms out one more time. Open up the front of the body, open up the heart, inhale. Good. Take a nice big space here. As you lift up through the waist and the ribs, I want you to do that same thing. You're opening your arms out to the side. Let your knees bend. Now, if you have limited mobility, you can bring blocks under your hands or books, but we're going to let the knees be bent as much as they need to and let the head hang over the body. Crown to the ground. That's bringing your knee or your chin towards your chest. Bend those knees as much as you want to. In fact, let's all do that. Let's bend the knees. Make sure your knees are tracking over your toes. Belly is over thighs. Head is nice and heavy. And now keep that spaciousness in the spine and then lift the hips to the place that you still feel that the chest is on the legs and the head can hang heavy. You might be able to straighten, you might not. It does not matter. What we're hearing, what we're looking for here is tailbone to skull, this long, beautiful column of vitality, which is the back and the spine. Good. Let's all together bend one more time. Hands to earth, hands to blocks, and then let's lengthen. Imagine your tailbone is going up to the sky. Hello, body. Good. This time, bend your knees a lot. I want you to be able to bring your hands up to the tops of your feet. Okay? Hope you can see me. Hands to the tops of the feet. And I want you now to enjoy gravity's gentle tug right there at the top of your head. Because just for a moment, I'm going to invite you for these just little bit of time to drain the brain out there. Let all that stinking thinking, all that evaluation, judgment, how you're supposed to move, whatever it is you're here to work to overcome, just let it drain out in that gorgeous force of the physical gravity that you live in. Let it go. Sometimes opening the mouth, making some sound is a nice way to release. Flutter the lips. Release, release, release. And in the empty space, bend those knees as much as you need to because you're going to slide your hands along the tops of your feet and then all the way along your shin. Your back is going to start to round. Tailbone anchors towards the earth. I want you to rub those hands all along the tops of your thighs. Your hands have not left your body. And then you're going to let your hands now come to meet here, right here at the belly. And I want you to pause for a moment at the womb. Good. Hang out for a moment. Feel at this place of instinct, intuition. It's Hatha in martial arts. It's the Swadhisthana. It's where we feel our truth, that knowing right now. And just check in and see what rises to the question, how are you? How are you? What do you need? What do you want? Yeah, good. We're gonna do that one more time. Don't think. You don't need to drain the brain for this. Reach your fingers out to the side. You're gonna do that one more time. I'll just turn to the other side and then lift up. Doesn't matter where you turn. Lift, lift, lift. Spaciousness along the spine. Press those arms out to the side. Wide, beautiful open wings as you let the chest, the heart pour forward over those softly bent knees until your hands can reach something solid. Head descends to the earth, draining the brain. Those thoughts are unnecessary.
that part of the brain that thinks, that is, as you then let those knees be as soft as they need to. Bend, bend, bend. Bring the tops of your hands to the tops of the feet and then roll up. Shins, knees, thighs. Bring those hands, perhaps even bringing them through the pubic bone right back to the belly. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Eyes are soft, open, or closed. Feel again. Start to gently massage. Now, what we're going to do is I think I'm not sure I'm mirroring you in this Zoom, but I want you to bring your hands over towards the right, up, and then across the body and down the left side of the body. We're just massaging the colon, that beautiful second brain, your digestion, right? So literally, gentle yoga for body love. Let's work to release that which is ready to digest, right? To be let go, and so that we can then take in the nourishment and the nutrients of what we need. Just this. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh my God. It's interesting. Is your body starting to talk to you a little bit? Like I'm aware, oh, my quadriceps could use a little stretch. It's, just listen, stay with the body, stay with your breath, stay with your attention and your awareness. That's love, right? Good. And you can also sort of give yourself a little like massage along, like I like sometimes, to even take my fists and create a little bit of action in here. Yeah. Good. All right, no, good. Now just let the hands rest down by the side. Take a moment, just notice. Yeah, good. We're going to continue to warm up the lower half of the body before working our way back up to the top. This is just so you have options. Bring your chair or somewhere that could be the top of the bed. It can be a counter. Just reach back through one of those feet. Your right foot or the foot in front, ankle should be essentially under knee. Now watch what happens. Often, let's say your right foot's in front. The left hip wants to open up to compensate for the stretch. We're inviting sensation. We're inviting the connection with your body. Your body is always talking to you. So I want you to actually turn and face that front foot. Good. So you square off the hips. Right foot forward. That means the right hip is pulling back. So it's equidistant to your left hip bone. Yeah. Hello, calf. Hello, back of the foot. I got plantar fasciitis. It's acting up. And so it's like, yeah, there you go. That's the back of your calf. Good. And now let's just step. I'm just going to go through the other side. So let's say if you're through your left foot now in front, watch that open right hip, square it off. You can even, if you want, make sure your feet are really solid. Big toes are equally pressing. You can bring your hands to your hips and you can kind of feel and notice if your hips are tilted. Make sure that right and left hips are actually in a line. Good. Maybe even pull back that left hip and press back through your right heel, opening up there through the calf. Good. Now, so we're just checking in with the body. Hands now to the top of the counter or the chair. Walk your feet back until you can start to feel, as you let your heart and chest descend through the arms, a little bit of stretch there through the backs of the legs. Do that same thing. Let your knees be soft. Now, I don't want you to let the belly hang. I want you to pull the navel center in just ever so slightly as you then lengthen through the spine and just notice where you feel the stretch. It's interesting because my legs are pretty warm because I was practicing. I feel it up in my chest. So if you want more sensation in the backs of the legs, you can bring your feet a little closer to the chair to where your hands are, lean back. If you're particularly flexy like I'm feeling right now, you can also bring your hands down to the ground and find some version of a kind of downward dog or forward fold. Your heels are descending to the earth. You find that place that feels best for you. And we're all going to softly bend the knees, tailbone to the earth. Let's protect that lumbar, walk the feet up, and let's come back to stand. Good. I just got to do it because I'm feeling it. I'm going to share with you because this is what we're here to do. We're here just to tune in to your body. My body's right now saying, oh, girl, stretch out the quads. So hand on counter. You can capture that back foot. And if you, by the way, if the quads are too tight, you can just step that foot back, bend the knee, and then tailbone down, lifting that hip forward. So just take a moment. Really what this is just 25 minutes or so to invite an information from your body to come into your awareness. Good. Okay, I'm going to come back to the chair because I can. Now, I wish I had someone to do this with me. I can do this standing because we're going to start to come up the body. And then we're going to come in and check one more thing. Okay, I'm going to move this down again. I feel like every time I come in, it's like booby shot. Okay.
Okay. All right. So just from here, let's lengthen those across that chest, waken up, that lymphatic system, lift up through the arm. Let's capture now the left wrist, lengthen. I'm pretty sure I'm mirroring you. If not, don't worry about it. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Press down through the feet. Lock in that navel center. And let's take a stretch all the way over to the side. Good. Soften the upper arm. You can release the hand down to give yourself some stability. I want you to think about opening up your armpit to the sky and making some space now. We're working our way up, 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 up through the body. Good. Lengthen, like someone's got a sky hook, pulling that hand up so you can get a nice long spine. Again, bring your hands back down. Find that lengthening, lifting up, hand to opposite wrist. Make some space along the vertebra, and then, oh my God, reach over. We get so busy bending the elbow, opening up the armpit, anchoring through the hand, doing what you need to do. Always keep your core strong, especially if you have any back sensitivity. Oh my God. What we are doing now is we're just taking these moments to connect to the genius of your physiology. Let's keep the space long, lengthen up through the arms, lengthen. Let's reach the hands apart. This time, bring your hands together. I want you to notice protract, retract. I want you to feel your shoulders a little retracted and down as you then turn the palms to face me. Turn the palms this way. Good. Yeah, there you go. Lift up through the sky. This time you're going to bend your arms, bring your hands behind the head. I want you to tuck your hands behind the occiput. We're just going to lengthen up through the spine. One more time. Good. Keep that lengthen. It's not about putting your head back. I want you to think about opening up your armpits, which we've been doing, pulling up through the navel center. I want you to lift your heart a little bit. It's a tiny little back bend. Oh, good. And now you can bring your elbows together, bring your chins to your chest. Let's find a little stretch in the upper spine. Belly strong. Let's lengthen up. Hands behind head, tucking under the occiput. It's like you got a little bit of space there. As you maybe start to lift your chin, I want you to think about lifting your heart, opening up your armpits. This is plenty back bend. Okay. It can be like wherever you find your length and then your lift. Good. Oh, so good. Now, if you're like me, I used to hate doing heart openers. Interesting to think about. Let's lengthen up through the hand. Take a moment, just bring your hands down. We're just moving up through the body. Let's bring, again, I'm not sure if I'm mirroring you. I'm going to bring my right ear to my right shoulder. I think it actually is going to look like your left. Let you come your ear to your shoulder. Good. Ear to the shoulder. And take that opposite hand, or take the same shoulder, and then I want you to give yourself a tiny little bit of stretch if that feels okay. You're not pressing, you're just adding a little bit of weight. Keep the length. And now turn your nose towards the earth. Oh, you're opening up now through the side of the neck, ear to shoulder, and then turn your eyeball up to the sky. Find a place for a few more breaths right there to the side. That, in my case, right eyeball to the earth or eyeball up to the sky. You find what feels good. You don't have to define what feels good. Just find the yes or the in your body. That's what this really should be called. It should be called the yoga. If your hand is up, let's release it to the earth. Bring your chin back to your chest to neutralize the spine, and then let your gaze lift straight ahead. Beautiful. Just take a moment and notice the difference between right or left or top or bottom or front or back. Just notice your body without deciding if you have to fix or improve anything, right? I mean, it's a real practice. Even if you've been doing yoga for decades, this moment, this body, how are you? Let's let the opposite ear come to the shoulder. Now, this I can feel I'm really tight on this side, so it helps remind me to remind you, shoulders should be like nice and dropped and relaxed. Try not to let your spine tilt, thinking that your head's got to get over there. What we're doing is we're stretching the side of the neck, whatever that range of motion is. Same deal, same shoulder, same hand. You can add a little bit of pressure or just a tiny bit of weight if that feels like a yes. And then you take that top eyeball, turn it to the earth. Spine is long. This is all cervical muscle scaling. I'm just blanking on the other name for this muscle, but it's a good, it also, by the way, connects to your vagal nerve up in here. Good, behind the ear. And then let's lift the gaze up to the sky. Those of you who were with me last week, the physiology of shame, we were talking about the importance of the vagus nerve, how it connects from the brain down into our gut and really controls so much of our self-soothing response. So anything we can do that stimulates the vagal nerve is really good to love our body. Good. And so wherever that feels that you're complete, release the hand, remember chin to chest, long spine. Let's lift up. Take a moment, let your hands just rest on your legs. Do you have any instinct to move in any way? Like I just kind of want to open up my elbows. Do you want to wiggle? Do you want to stretch? Do you want to do that cat cow on the chair? Do you want to lift the leg? Do you want to open a knee? Like what do you actually want to do? We're going to come back to that. But I want to start now with that invitation because this is just the soft warm up, the gentle inquiry to engage your physiology and invite its brilliance. Good. Come to stand. Just one more time, we're going to do that forward fold. I'm going to do it with you. And knees are soft. I'm going to come back and adjust because I want to just be standing. Yeah. It doesn't matter how we look, right? I mean, I'm here just because I want you to know the body is great, whatever it is doing. All right, toes ahead. Knees are soft. This time, chin's going to come back to your chest. Let your hands be super heavy. Now, sometimes, people talk about the danger of rolling. I want you just to think about the lower half of your body as being softly solid. Your arms are going to release, and you're going to let that glorious weight of gravity bring you back down to the ground. Head is heavy, hands to those blocks or books. Knees are as soft and as fully bent as they need to be, as once again you can put that anchor at the end of your tailbone and as well as the top of your skull. So there's this glorious opening of the spine. You can do this in a chair if you prefer. We just want to open up that energetic column. It's called the Shashunya in Sanskrit. It means 0 point. It's a name for the middle ground, the center, the one, and it's your spine. Let's open it up. Maybe even take a nice deep breath. Imagine as you feel your belly and you can feel your waist and going all the way up into your back, you're filling that air, kind of puffing up along in between the vertebrae, pumping up that synovial fluid, and then release. Oh, so good. Last time. Softly bend the knees or as much as you need to let your hands comfortably be on the tops of your feet. Drain the brain. Doesn't matter what you're thinking or where you've been or where you're going. For a moment, can you bring all of your awareness to your body as the tops of your hands now trace along up along the shins, up along the knees, the thighs. Let them come through the pubic bone, the center of your body, through the belly. And can you bring them along your chest now and all the way up through your chest, your breasts, your heart, and then along to your throat? I want you to let your hands come to your face for a moment. You can cover your face, you can hold your face. We also did this as part of the parasympathetic nervous system. You can bring those hands to the back of you, but I want you to feel for a moment your hands and your head meet as you let not your thoughts lead you, but sensation. What do you feel? How are you? What do you need? Oh. Let the body be soft, but also long as you then release the hands. You're going to continue that trajectory. You're going to kind of sweep along the top of your head. This is the Sahasrara. This is your crown. This is your connection to the infinite. Lift your arms all the way up. You might not be able to see me. I want you for a moment to take up some space. It's called star pose. Stardust, we know now that we are actually made of the stars. You are actually made of the same elements that the stars are. Infinite bright light in a dark sky. Let's take a moment. Bravely take up space. I ask you again, how are you? What do you feel? What do you need? What do you want? Let's just stand here together. If your arms are tired, you're welcome to bring them down by your side. But I want you to, if you can also be sitting with your legs apart. I want you to take up some space. Take up space. Listen, feel your heartbeat, feel your breath as you connect to you. Your arms are up. Let's bring them down. Everybody, hands are going to come to the heart, and then one hand to the belly or the yoni or anywhere on your body. As you let your eyes be soft, open, or closed. And always, the perennial prayer in this group and in this process, as you have your hands to body, hear the word, the mantra, the prayer, home. Your home. Home. If your eyes are open or closed, if you're standing, you can bring your feet together. I'm just going to come sit with you for a moment. As we close, what really is a warm-up process to continue. God, my boobies are coming out. It's distracting. To continue to check in. Like I'm aware now, I want to move the muscles of my jaw. I feel like I want to go deeper into the calf stretch. What is it that you want to do? Remember, love begins with attention. And what we're here to do is to start to just warm up the body so you can pay attention to it. Okay.